Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a sort of Walking Dead comic book series, eventually a TV series when it catches up, discussion topic video. And this one we're going to be talking about is comic book Carl, roughly that would be about season probably 11, 12, 13, something like that. Carl, maybe even further. Is he too far gone? All right, so what do we mean by that, and what exactly are we talking about here? So with this one, this is going to contain spoilers for people that don't want to know Carl's story arc from the TV series if they keep it the same from the comic book series, because this one's basically, the comic book series where it's at right now, and then the TV series when it eventually gets there. So spoiler warning if you just don't want to know anything. This is also going to be doing predictions on what I think is going to happen with the character in the future. So it seems that Kirkman has basically been setting Carl up to what looks like maybe join the Whisperers, and that's kind of what I wanted to do with this video, is to give my thoughts on that. And now the part about him being too far gone. So this is a concept in The Walking Dead where, we see in the TV series, also in the comic book series with the trade, which is actually called Too Far Gone, which we've yet to see in the TV series actually, and that is that once survivors that have been out there on their own for a very long time, such as Morgan, Carl, Rick, and the others, once they join a stable community that does not just focus on survival but also has other advanced functions, like you'll have people that are teachers in this community that teach some of the younger survivors. You'll have people like maybe cops in bigger communities making sure they keep the peace, and things like this as you get into sort of a more well-established community civilization. So is Carl the type of character that would be able to reintegrate back into that after everything he's seen growing up in the zombie apocalypse up to this point? Of course, him being just a kid at the time it starts, basically in what would seem to be elementary school, probably just starting school in the first couple of grades, and boom, zombie apocalypse hits, dad gets shots in the hospital, and your mom drags you out of the house and you guys take off with your dad's best friend, another cop, Shane, of course, right? So then going on from there, he sees all of just these horrendous things happen, and even things happen to him. I mean, he gets, let's count him down, he gets shot, in season 2, right? Or, sort of like close to the end of the first trade, right? He gets shot, or a second trade of the Walking Dead comic book series. Then after him getting shot, of course, he heals, he's able to survive that, and later on, now this part is spoiler for the TV series if they do it, he actually gets inadvertently shot in the eye, gets his eye shot out. He'll shoot your eye out, kid. Not by himself, but by somebody else, some idiot, right? And who I'm actually pretty excited to see in the TV series, but we won't get too much into that. We'll keep it vague for people that haven't read all of that, right? And then going on further, I mean, other things happen to him as well. But he shows on his body and on his face what has happened to him throughout his life in the zombie apocalypse. It seems to me now he has evolved, and he has learned more. He has grown up more in the zombie apocalypse than he actually had, previous to that. I mean, you're growing, you're learning, you're going to school. Next thing you know, all this stuff happens, and you have to fight for your life. Even to the point where in the TV series, he has to take care of himself when his dad's passed out. Yes, he has a gun, which is great, but still, he's got to kill some zombies. He's got to do his own thing to survive. He's got to basically take care of himself when Rick is not there. So after all that's said and done, is he at this point the type of character that can reintegrate into society and be a peaceful, lawful citizen without getting himself into too much trouble? And is he too far gone? I say yes. I think he is. I don't think he can really go back to being completely normal after all the different things he's been through throughout the series, especially if they leave in the eye shot out thing and all the other stuff that's happened to him. As we got to see in the comic book series recently, as soon as somebody attacks him, granted he did get hit with a brick, he wants to kill them, and he can't control himself. And he also can't see why, because for him, that's the right thing to do. You know, with Maggie trying to punish him and stuff, I feel like that just angers him because he doesn't agree with that point of view. If they're going to attack him like that in this kind of world, then they should be killed. They deserve to die. And that's the way Carl sees it. So what are we going to see with him in the future? Is he going to release Lydia? Is he going to leave with her, join the Whisperers? It seems like he might, or is he just going to let her go and free her? Be very interesting to see. But I do think that down the road, we're going to see Carl become maybe an anti-hero, but definitely somebody that is not able to easily reintegrate into society and possibly a villain in the future. Now, maybe we'll follow him into that perspective. So for us, you know, he'll always kind of be that point of view character. But even still, I feel like the things that he's probably going to do in the future, depending on what happens soon in the near future, in the long run, I think he's going to turn out to be more like the governor, less like Rick, more like Shane, less like Rick, more like some of the other characters. Negan has had an influence on him as well too. I think basically Carl's going to be a badass MFer. He's not going to be like a nice guy, like a good guy. He's too damaged, he's too torn, he's seen too many things to buy into that. And he may relate better and agree with more the Whisperers or another group like this that feeds on others rather than a group like the Hilltop or Alexandria that doesn't do things like that. So let me know what you guys think about the character. Want to do one like this because we've had so much concentration on him recently in the comic book series. He's basically, for me, the most interesting character in the comic book series right now. In the TV series, we'll have to see what happens and how long it takes for him to get to that point. Could be a while. But definitely, quickly becoming one of my favorite characters in the overall series. Definitely the comic book series version right now is the most interesting character I would say we have. I think so. So let me know what you guys think about it, what you think we're going to see from Carl in the future, whether or not you think he can just become normal again, and just a normal, everyday character as a part of a group, or do you feel like he's somebody that could never really totally fit in, no matter what? He's always going to be a little off, and he probably will gravitate more towards evil type characters, evil groups, and see them as, maybe making more sense. So let me know what you guys think is going to happen. Write your predictions below. That's what I think. That's what I think we're going to see, whether or not he'll join the Whisperers. I mean, it's pretty early to tell because we don't even know everything about them yet. But I do see it as a very strong possibility, or at least see their point of view and agree with them more so than Rick and the others, even though he's got a lot of ties to them, obviously too, Sophia and the others. So we'll have to see how it all goes down. But that's the way I see the character personally. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to support the channel, please share it, please favorite it. And that's it for this one, guys. As far as this goes, is Carl too far gone? I say yes. We'll see you for the next one. As always, it's Trev. Saying peace.